Cameron, like most teenagers, wanted to have fun,
Yes.
stay out with her friends, and I guess you didn't know the enormous responsibility it took to be a mother.
No, I did not. At the time, I didn't. She tricked me into giving me custody.
She being mom?
Yeah.
Did you ask her to take care of Cameron until you got your life together?
Yes, I did.
You did ask her that. What do you mean she tricked you?
She told me that that she would take Cameron, and when I was stable enough to take care of Cameron, that she would give him back. And now I'm beginning to become stable, and it's always guidelines that I have to follow by her. I have to do what she tells me to do.
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
Are you married?
Yes.
Why do you think your mother is doing this? What's really going on?
She has to have control of my life, and now that I'm out of the house, there's no way for her to have control of my life. So the easiest thing for her to do is to keep Cameron with her. That way she knows that she can control what I do with Cameron, and that's not right. She tricked me into giving him to her. She told me that whenever you want him back, I'll be glad to give him back to you, and that's not how it went.
Was Mother a good mother to you?
No, she was not. She is using Cameron to redeem herself and become a better parent for Cameron than she was for me and my brother.
Okay, what is Mother doing with Cameron that upsets you?
She treats, Cameron is mixed, and she has Cameron, she wants him to be white. She says she wants to raise him human, but she wants him to be white. And Cameron is not white. She won't let me take him get his hair done. She won't let me take him, and you know, he goes to his grandmother's house, whom she's black. But it's always a deal when I want to take him around other black people. It's, well, he doesn't need to be in that part of town, or he doesn't need to be here. So she don't let me take him. She called the police on me one night because I was going somewhere, and I wanted to take him, and she called the police because I walked out the door with him.
Now, help me with this. I'm having a problem. Does your mother have legal, I mean, we have laws in this land.
Yes, she has legal custody of Cameron.
Why would you give her legal custody if it was only to get yourself together?
Because she told me that if I didn't give her custody, she would take me to court.
What would happen in court?
She would take him from me because at the time she would put me out, I would have nowhere to go or nothing. So, of course, they would give him to her.
So legally, your mother can say you can't see your own child? Uh-huh. Mom puts guidelines on you?
Yes, she tells me, you know, she tells me where I can take him, what I can do with him, how to take care of him, and it's not right. It's not fair to me. I'm his mother.
Lisa. Do you believe in your heart that Mother wants to keep him permanently?
No, not in my heart, but she does this right now because she knows that right now with the new baby, that I would like both of my kids. I want to have both my kids with me. I want to be able to hold both of them. I want to be able to take care of both of them.
So, emotionally, this is very hard on you, right? Okay. Let's have Mother come out and let's see what Mother says about this, all right? Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Brenda, why do you not want to give Lisa her child back?
Well, I think the first thing we have to understand is let's get the story a little straight.
Okay.
I have a 17-year-old that's pregnant in my home, 18 when she delivers her child.
Excuse me, I was not in your home because you sent me to live with other people when I was pregnant because he was mixed.
Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Listen to me, please.
Yes, just give her a chance and let's
You
live
have
life together. And now Marla does not want to give the children back?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Why did you, it's a very serious reason why you gave the children to her in the first place.
Yeah. I was a crack addict, and I realized finally that this was not the way I wanted to be a parent with my kids. I wanted them to have a good home. I wanted them to be raised properly with a mom, and you know, not somebody that was there when she was out of money, when she had no crack. Mm-hmm. I wanted them.
But now this year we're talking about, Priscilla.
Mm-hmm.
What must these children have been through with you, 5 and 7 years old, with their mother a crack addict? This must have been...
They've been through hell.
I would think so.
They have, and I do
How
feel
bad
bad
was your
about it.
behavior?
very erratic. Yeah, I wasn't there half the time. When I was with them, unfortunately, we were in crack houses.
You know, she's being honest. Let her. This must be very, how would you like to have to tell somebody this must be very hard? How were you making money?
I was married to a man I didn't love. I was married to a man I didn't love, and I would take his money and use it for crack instead of buying milk, you know, or diapers, or, you know, whatever my kids needed. I finally realized, like I said, I do not want my kids raised like that. No way.
Who is the friend?
Marla, she's been a good friend to me. I mean, she's been there. She's been there for me. She's been there for my kids, thank God. But I'm back. You know, I'm strong now. I want my kids back with me.
What have you done to get your life together?
I've gone to rehab, parenting classes. I have left my so-called friends, my crack friends. I've gotten into my own apartment. I've left my husband. I've done what I needed to do. I have done that.
You go to counseling?
I go to counseling. I'm on antidepressants because I am a manic depressive.
Mm-hmm. By the way, a lot of crack addicts are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a way of keeping the pain.
It's a crutch. Yeah, it's a crutch.
Keep the pain from killing you. So what's the problem? Did you go to her and say, I want the children back?
I have tried going to her. I have tried talking to her. And we just don't communicate anymore. She doesn't want to talk to me.
How long has she had the children?
She's had them since February.
Okay. Is this legal like it was in the other case?
It's a guardianship.
It's a guardianship. Okay, you came here to make a plea to Marla to get the kids back. Let's bring her out and hear what she's been thinking. Marla? Thank you for coming, Marla. Marla, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is, yes, she has been a crack addict, and she has been very erratic and very damaging emotionally to the children. She has...
She's already said so.
Yeah,
By the
she
way,
has said so.
Let me say something right off the top. Anybody like you who is working to save the children of a crack addict, I think you deserve all the applause in the world. And to maintain a friendship with her. When his mother left him 27 years ago, we're moving ahead in time, she took his heart with her. What does it take for those scars to heal? Charlene, I know this is very difficult for you, but your husband was abusive.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you run away from him and leave the child?
I left the child.
Why didn't you take the child?
I had no place to go.
Okay, who was the child? Well, but guys, you can't rewrite history. It happened. It's 27 years ago, okay? Who did you leave the child with?
His aunt, who was the godmother of my daughter.
Was he there?
No. No, he
so
was
you
not.
kept the child from him, but you left him with his aunt.
Okay, I left him.
Who has raised the child?
His aunt has.
Not your ex-husband?
Supposedly not. He wasn't supposed to be part of their life, but he was, unbeknownst to me.
When did you try to get your child back?
9 months later, I come back after I was told to leave town.
When you came back 9 months later, why could you... I know this is hard. Try strength now, okay? Why did they not give you the child back?
I don't know. I don't really know. I have no idea. They thought that I was some kind of drugged.
How often did you try to get the child in the 27 years?
Quite a few times. He would come in and out of my life, Sally, and then he would leave, and I would try and go see him, and they would have to be there. I couldn't take my son any place, or my daughter. They'd have to be right there with me. Until I got to the point where, you know,
They got
it's
legal
horrible.
custody and charged you with abandonment
Yes, ma'am.
because you were gone for 9 months.
Right.
Okay, where are we now? This young man's got to be how old?
I'm sorry, 28, 29, I'm sorry.
Okay, 29.
Yes. He's got 4 children.
What do you want from him?
I just want to be a part of his life. I want to be there for him. I have tried to be there for him.
What does he want? I'll ask him if you want.
I don't really know. I don't think
Okay,
he wants to be a part of his life.
He does not want you
I
to be.
don't think so.
Eddie is here. You haven't seen him in 2 years. Are you ready to see him?
Yes.
Eddie, come on out. Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
You heard what she said,
Yes.
but it's your life.
Yes.
You're the children that we've been talking about. Tell me what this is like.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that she's a liar. Everything she said is 99% bull. She left me and my sister alone on times at an end with no supervision. I was 2 years old and she was 4 years old. This woman has done nothing but lied since she's walked on this stage. I'm tired of it, and I'm not going to sit here. I told her on the phone that I am not going to come on the show and have her bash my father or my aunt. They both raised me, and as for them keeping me from seeing her, she's also lying because she was able to come over to that house anytime she wasn't drunk or stoned or cracked out on something else. She was allowed in the house, and she did come to that house. The only time she ever called is when she was drunk on somebody's boat or climbing out of somebody's bed looking for somebody to talk to.
Let's take that case and then let's just flip it the other way. Christie. Christie, too, has not seen or held her daughter Amy since she was 6 weeks old. Amy is how old now?
19.
19. Christie has been searching her whole life to get Amy back. 19 years ago, how did you lose your child?
I took her to her father to
Were you divorced?
Yes.
Okay, you and the man were divorced. Did he have visitation rights?
Yes. I was taking her to see him for his visitation weekend, and I went to pick her up after the weekend was complete, and she was at my ex-in-laws, and they come out of the house firing guns at us to leave the property that I wasn't getting her back.
What did you do? Did you call the cops?
Yes, I went to the police and called them, and they came back to the house with me, and we waited there outside while they went to the front door, and then I went behind them. I had a copy of the divorce decree with me showing that I had custody.
You had custody, right?
And they said, their words, exact words were, well, that's not worth the paper it's written on.
Whose words? The cops?
The cops said that.
Did the cops know the family?
I guess, I don't know.
So the cops would not help you? What did you do then?
Well, I left, of course. I didn't want to get fired at no more. And I went...
Did you hire a private detective?
Yes, I did.
Let me cut to the chase. Christie, in your heart of hearts, did you do everything humanly possible to get your child?
I felt like I did. I wanted her back.
And there was no way, no court, even though you had legal custody?
I didn't have the money to go to court again.
Right.
I just wanted her back.
No court, no police would help you.
Nobody would help me.
Do you feel guilty?
I don't.
Don't.
I just feel bad because I feel like I missed out a lot of her life. A lot of life that a mom needs to be around her baby with. When she was growing up, her first date, her first anything.
19 years have gone by. Is she still your baby?
She's always going to be my baby.
Amy, come on out and meet your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Does she look like you thought she was going to look?
I just love her to...
Amy, come and sit down, can you, hon? Tell us, it would occur to me, you were raised by your aunt and your father?
Yes.
Is your father still alive?
Yes.
When you asked where your mother was, what did they tell you?
They told me that they didn't know, that last time they heard that she was in Greenland.
Greenland. Were you ever in Greenland? No. But as a child, didn't you ask questions? Where's my mother? Why isn't she with me?
They told me that she didn't want me, that she didn't want to take care of me, that she was on drugs, and that she ran out of my dad.
Were you on drugs? Did you run out? No.
No.
What do you make of all? Who is here with us today? Gilda, you've heard the stories. Is it about who gives birth? Is it about who's the better parent? Is it about put the kids on hold and I'll come back when they aren't whining? What's this about?
This is all about one thing, and the whole audience will agree with me. This is about the children, right? The children. What we're seeing here, we're seeing all kinds of different stories. We see what happens when little children are taken away from parents, when little children are told whatever kinds of stories, for whatever kinds of reasons, about their parents. We have seen what happens when Eddie grows up, or when another child along the lines of Eddie